How a bus ended up crashing into parked cars and hurt at least one person. Plus, what we are learning about after a family found a body in a freezer in a San Diego home.
It's terrible. I'm just keep trying to keep a smile.
A lot of people just trying to keep a smile. The travel rush to return home begins, and severe weather could be causing some issues. Plus, what you need to do before recycling that Christmas tree. As you take down the ornaments, we'll be talking about what to do.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thank you so much for being with us here. It is 6:01. I'm Nadia Iranpour.
And I'm Evan Irani, in for Eric Connert this morning. It has been a very mild start to the day and a mild weekend, too.
Yes.
Mild Christmas.
It was perfect to be outside. I mean, it really felt good.
Here's what we see for the start of our Tuesday here. Tuesday is going to be a continuation of what we saw over this extended weekend. Very mild conditions out there. Average along the San Diego coast today would be 66 degrees, and we'll be right on average this afternoon. 68 for some of your inland valleys, partly cloudy skies throughout the day, and we're going to head through the week in a very similar fashion. Not much of a change in the forecast. It is not until Saturday that we start to see the possibility of some rain coming about just ahead of the New Year's celebrations. So we'll talk about what that's going to look like as we get toward the weekend.
All right, and now take a look at this here. This morning, one person is hurt after a city bus crashed into Sherman Heights, in Sherman Heights, I should say. It happened just before 5:30 last night at 21st and Market Streets. Police say the driver thought the MTS bus was in park. Now, he was trying to get the mobility ramp down when the bus started rolling away. So it jumped a curb. It had several parked cars right there, and at least one person was treated for a broken leg. At this point, we don't know if that person was a passenger or someone else. Right now, a murder investigation is underway after a family visiting from out of town found a body hidden inside a freezer chest. How disturbing is that? Police tell us this grisly discovery was made around noon Friday at a home in the Allied Gardens area. Based on the unusual location of the body, officers called the homicide unit in to investigate. Right now, we know the victim is a woman. Police say they cannot tell if she suffered any major injuries because of the state of the body. The medical examiner's office is working to find the cause of death. Detectives are asking anybody with any information to please call San Diego Police or Crime Stoppers.
Today, the man accused of kidnapping a 13-year-old in Imperial County and crossing into Mexico is expected to appear in San Diego federal court. Lorenzo Guerrero's hearing on Friday was canceled at the last minute because he was hospitalized for chest pain from an existing heart condition. The 44-year-old was the subject of an international manhunt before the teenager was found safe in Tecate last week. Court records show Guerrero has a long criminal history, including smuggling and marijuana violations, violating a restraining order as well filed by his ex-wife.
And now it's expected to be another busy week at airports nationwide this day after Christmas. This is a live look right now at LAX. Yeah, glad you're not in that line, right? So here at home, many people are either leaving or they're returning here to San Diego today.
Nonetheless, passengers, of course, being advised to plan ahead of time because a powerful winter storm across the plains and upper Midwest could be impacting travel here. There could be some trickle-down effects from it. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at the San Diego International Airport this morning with more on how things are looking here locally. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. And I do have to say, it may not be quite as busy as LAX right now, but it is pretty busy and things are moving. So they're moving just a little bit slower right now. This is security here at Terminal 2 at the departures. And we're just, again, seeing that folks are able to get in, get out. And of course, everybody wanting to wave home there to the television as well, too. So a lot of smiles, I will say. So some people still have that Christmas cheer, and that is expected to last quite some time here, especially as folks are traveling. But we were talking about those winter storms that are impacting other places, and we are keeping our eyes on the departure boards as well as the arrivals. Right now, that Midwest snowstorms that we're seeing, those blizzards, not having an impact just yet. But folks, you should keep an eye on that because we are seeing that in parts of South Dakota, Colorado, Omaha, Nebraska, that there is a blizzard. In fact, I believe it's Omaha, where they could be seeing anywhere from 5 to 11 inches of snow by today. And then you go over to Chicago, the Midway airport. They had 58 flights canceled because of the weather there. And Midway is the fourth busiest hub for Southwest Airlines. So that impacted a ton of people looking to get home for the holidays. Excuse me, to get home after the holidays, though we do still have New Year's on tap. So for folks that are going to be flying in and out of San Diego International Airport, this is your time to remember to get here with enough time to spare. 700,000 people expected to have used the airport during this holiday, the holiday flight season, if you will, and we're seeing those numbers. Again, last week it was a bit more of a madhouse as folks were desperately trying to get out. Now you have folks who are trying to maybe go home or maybe spend New Year's somewhere else, and so look, it's going to be busy. Just give yourself enough time to get here. Harbor Drive can always start to jam up here at various points in time, but things are moving pretty slow but steady here at San Diego International Airport right now. Evan and Netta.
Thank you, Chris. We'll just keep watching to see if any of those flights start to see kind of trickle down delays because of the blizzard passing through those states. But for now, looking pretty good, as Chris said. For those driving, today's average gas price $4.74. We hope it's not 7 anything. It's down 1 cent from yesterday and 29 cents less than what we were paying a month ago. According to AAA, the worst time to hit the road today is going to be between 1 and 5 p.m. The best time to avoid traffic is before noon. And what goes up must come down. Starting today, the city of San Diego will kick off the 50th annual Christmas tree recycling program.
So there will be 16 locations citywide where you can drop off your tree for free. You do have to remove the tree stands, the lights, the ornaments, the tinsel. Yeah, keep all of that for next year. They will take both green and flocked trees with fake snow, but no artificial ones, of course. You can also put your tree in those green organic waste bins that you have, as long as you cut the tree into pieces. Don't just try to stuff the whole thing in there. We do have a link to information on all communities around the county under the help button at cbs8.com to find the spot nearest you. So what about wrapping paper and cardboard boxes from all the gifts you got? Well, coming up later this hour, we'll have tips on how to properly recycle those items. And now, Holiday Bowl festivities, they start today. So you are all invited to the Snapdragon Bowl Bash. It's happening in the Gaslamp Quarter. The University of Louisville and USC marching bands will face off in a battle of the bands. It's free, starts at 5 p.m. right at the corner of 5th Avenue and Market Street. Just listen for the noises. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we'll have a preview of tomorrow's Holiday Bowl game and the parade. And now king tides are back along our coast this morning. We're going to see high tide here pretty soon at 7:52 a.m. So you may not have much space to go walking during that high tide. But low tide, hey, go out there and go tide pooling if you can, or if you're off this afternoon at 3:18 p.m. Good chance to check out the tide pools. Right now, the National Weather Service here in San Diego warning about really high surf. Now that starts on Thursday, so not necessarily coinciding with king tides, but whenever it's really, really low, it's always fun to take the kids out. If you have friends and family in town visiting, show off our beaches this way. It's
and that's a
good time
perfect kind of post-Christmas activity. You still have, extended family visiting. Weather's perfect. So
got to burn off some of that energy.
That's
some
right.
sugar.
Exactly. We know the kids. Get a little stir crazy in the house. So take them out to the beach. Enjoy some tide pooling in the afternoon around 3 o'clock. Cabrillo National Monument, great place to go. You can get kind of down and see those tide pools themselves. Plenty of spots around the county to go, and you can see on our website there are options there. Satellite radar imagery starting off the morning with dry skies. Not a big surprise. You don't see any green really in terms of possibility of rain. We're dry across the southwestern U.S. That's because a ridge of high pressure is overhead. That ridge is not blocking us out from cloud cover. We still have a bit of it along our coastline. This is mainly manifesting as some patchy fog. So right now it looks like the Escondido area moving toward Ramona, Poway, Escondido, Ramona, just kind of this greater inland valley region is seeing a little bit of fog to start off the day, but not all that much of it. What we have our sights set on, because this is going to be a mild week, is Saturday. Saturday is going to be our day of coolest temperatures, as you can see, over the next 10 days, and that is also going to be our best opportunity for rain in the forecast. This afternoon, temperatures are going to fall in line with average, partly cloudy skies. Really can't ask for a more average, normal day for San Diego around this time of year. We start to move toward that cooler territory by the weekend. Saturday's offering about a 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of precipitation. Those models will come into further agreement as we get toward the weekend. And then Sunday is your New Year's Eve. That's when we start to see skies dry out into New Year's Day. It looks like we will be back to that dry weather. In the meantime, today we've got a lot of 60s, a couple low 70s for Santee and El Cajon. Moving up the coastline, 62 for Encinitas, 68 for Fallbrook, and 66 for Vista and San Marcos. Let's check in on traffic, see how your roads are to kick off the morning. Time is 6:10, and it looks like so far we're off to a very quiet start to the morning. Of course, many of the kids are not in school this week. We know many people have work off this week as well, or at least are taking this extended break time before the New Year's celebrations. So if you are headed out to work this morning, you are not in much company. We don't have a lot of traffic or volume out there on the roads. You should be able to head out at your normal speeds. We also want to check in on your border wait times. San Ysidro Port of Entry, 120-minute wait. It's going to run you 2 hours to get across the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, about an hour 10 in total. More is on our website. You can head to cbs8.com/traffic. It will give you all the latest there. Netta, back to you.
Thank you very much, Evan. And still ahead, how the U.S. is responding to attacks on American service members.
My stomach was tight, my heart was pounding.
How a 6-year-old ended up being sent on the wrong flight all by himself. Plus, a preview of tomorrow's Holiday Bowl game and parade.